Hi everyone, this is going to be a review and flip through and look at this particular tarot card set. So this is called what was I saying? It is called the Golden Tarot. So it's really beautiful. I saw this at Waterstones in the UK. It's a bookshop. So I know that this is also sold online as well, but I was just really drawn to it, and I haven't actually seen this anywhere. I haven't even seen it online really, but then I googled it and then I found it online. But you know, when I typed in tarot, I even didn't find it on Amazon. So when I saw it, I was just automatically very intrigued by the illustrations and the box, and so I am going to be showing you and doing a full unboxing. Also, I did want to mention as well that I am a tarot reader, so if you would like to win a free reading with me, you know, check out the description box of this video. If you would like to purchase a reading with me, information will also be in the description box below as well. If you're new to my channel, I do tarot readings every single day for different zodiac signs and just, you know, other readings as well, be it career, twin flame, soulmate, love. I just do a whole bunch of them, honestly. There's so many. Pick a card readings as well. And also I make intention bracelets as well. So if you are interested, do check out my Etsy. It will be linked down below. So let's start with this. The box itself is really beautiful. It's a very nice, it's a matte texture. And it is also, it's not gold, it's kind of like I guess a dull gold. It's not like a proper, you know, proper gold, but it is in fact a really lovely box. It's very different to any of the other boxes I've ever seen, and I own probably about 60 different tarot decks, and I haven't seen a box like this, so it's very, very intriguing indeed. So this is how you pull it off, as you can see. And so what we've got here is you've got kind of cards on each side, as you can see. It's really lovely if you have a bookshelf because you can store it like this, and then you've also got the name here. And then on the back, it's just got some information, you know, what it was inspired by, etc. The price of this particular item is £14.99 or $18.95 US. And it even says at the bottom here that it's priced higher in Canada. Okay, and then this is the side lid. As you can see, it's really nice because it's covered on each side. There's nothing on the inside. Okay, so if we open it, so this is how essentially it opens out. Okay, again, there's nothing in there. So I'm just going to put the box on the side. What have we got here? Ooh, okay. So this is how it comes. We've got some packaging, and it comes like this. Okay, let's talk about the book first. I will be honest, I do think that the cards are really, really thin. I'm not going to lie, in any way, shape or form, especially when I compare them to the traditional tarot cards. Like, they're just really thick, right? They're just thick, and these ones here are really, like, very, very, very flimsy. Anyway, so we'll get onto that in a second. So the book itself is incredible quality, and I actually do say this a lot. I also did review the other tarot card. I mean, I'm reviewing all my tarot cards on my channel, but there's another one which is called Tattoo Tarot, and I have to be honest, you know, when you look at the box, you just think, oh my god, like the most amazing tarot cards are probably in that box, and then you open the box and it's not as exciting. For example, let me just show you, right? So this is what the back of the tarot card for the Tattoo Tarot looks like, and then this is the illustration. You know, it's just matte. And then you look at the box, right? And this is why I bought it actually originally. You look at the box and you think, oh my gosh, this gold foiling and this like beautiful colours, and you know, it just looks quite different, right? So that's, you know, something I do want to also mention, is it's kind of annoying when companies make their boxes look incredible and then the cards themselves disappoint a little bit. I'm not saying that specifically about these ones because I haven't looked at them yet, but it's just something I have noticed as well. Anyways, let's get back into this. So we have here the book. It's really, really beautiful. It feels really high quality. And we have also the cards at the back. So inside this book, it's really nice. It's that smooth kind of glossy paper. So we've got a nice content table. We've also got an introduction to tarot, which is nice because it points out some of the history. So I think this would be really lovely for those of you that are perhaps starting out and you want a different kind of deck. Perhaps, you know, you've already got traditional tarot, the Rider-Waite, should I say, or you want to kind of branch out and get something a little bit different. It can be quite nice. They also have the layouts as well, as you can see, some really nice layouts. Got some more information here on timing and prediction. Then we've got the information on the major arcana, and then it goes through each of the major arcanas and very much so explains them in depth. Now, what I really like actually about this is that compared to a lot of other, you know, tarot card instruction booklets, they're not as in depth, because it says the meaning of it, but it doesn't always show the reversed meaning of it as well. So I like that they have the reversed meanings on there, and I also really like the fact that it shows which planet rules each of the cards as well, because that's a really nice link to astrology. So that is really nice, and then in a few words it also sums up the card, which is really nice as well. So I will say that that is something I really do automatically love about this particular book. So it goes through all of the major arcanas, and then we get to the minors in just a second. Okay, so then it also explains the minor arcanas, which is really nice. You know, it really sums up the whole thing. So that's really nice, and of course all the elements and the suits. And then it goes through each of these cards. Again, for each of the minor arcanas, it shows the upright meaning and of course the reversed meaning, which is really nice as well, because different readers of course read differently. So it's nice that they have that in there for those of you that do read reversed. And then that is pretty much, that is pretty much it. It's a really nice book, especially to learn from. So I like that, and I also like knowing, you know, everyone interprets tarot differently, so I like to know, you know, what other people see as their meanings as well. Okay, so in terms of this, they've wrapped it in plastic, which, I mean, you know, I'm kind of into eco-friendly things right now, but it's the way in which they've done it, so that's how they've done it. Just thought I would mention it. It's okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it, because it's not gonna work either way, so let's get rid of that. Stuck to my finger. It doesn't want to go. Okay, so we have the cards. I like the illustrations. I really do like the illustrations, and this is a glossy type of card, as you can see here, so it's very, very glossy. The finishing on the edges, I will be 100%. I don't know if you can see it, actually, maybe around this bit here. It's not the best finishing, and I know for a fact that when I start shuffling these cards and things like that, that the edges are just going to get ruined even more. So that is something that I am really worried about with these cards, is that they are extremely flimsy. Like, they are very paper thin. They're really thin. But I guess even for the price, I actually think that these cards are very much so worth it, because tarot cards can be very expensive, and I do think, you know, the fact that they're glossy, the illustrations are really beautiful, but again, you know, the finishing on the edges of these cards, I will be 100% honest, not my favourite. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see all of the white on the edges coming through, even on the corners of these cards where there's the brown lines, you can see a lot of the white just coming up, so that is something to be aware of. Also on my table, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's the little paper bits that have come off the edges as well. Like, I don't know if you guys can pick this up, but that's like right there, got it right there. There's these specks, right, of the paper which is actually coming off the sides of the cards. Okay, so that's just an observation that the finishing is probably not the best on these cards, but aside from that, you know, let's have a look at the cards. And I will be honest, when I pick them up, I do feel like I'm going to get a paper cut. I don't feel this, by the way, with all the other cards. I'm not trying to be negative in any way, shape or form. I just want you guys to be aware of the quality, and I want to be 100% honest as well. I do feel like it will give me a paper cut at some point, whilst with these kind of cards or any of the other cards, like I can run my fingers down the sides and they're very, very smooth cards. Okay, so we have here, we're going to now do the flip through. So we have the Fool. Really, really beautiful interpretations for sure. We have the Magician. We've got the High Priestess. We have the Empress. Got the Hierophant. The Lovers. Oh, I really like the fact that there's a Cupid there as well. That's a really lovely touch. We've got the Chariot. We have Justice. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Strength. The Hanged Man. Death. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. And for those of you wondering why I do the flip through, it's just so that if you wanted to look at the illustrations before you actually buy the cards, it's quite handy and very helpful. You can't actually see a lot of these illustrations until you actually buy the cards, because it doesn't have them all online unless you look at someone else's review. And that's one thing I definitely did notice when I was buying a lot of tarot cards recently, is that if they're new decks, you just have no idea what you're really purchasing. So that is something to be aware of. We also have the Star, the Moon, the Sun. Really like that card. Judgment. They're all very, very beautiful in terms of illustration. In terms of illustration, I really would give this a 10 out of 10. I really like the illustrations on this. The only thing that is a downside to these cards, I would say, is the finishing on the edges especially, and the fact that the cards are so extremely thin. But apart from that, I love the illustrations, and even the back design is very pretty as well. It really does match what's on the box as well, which is something I'm really happy with. So I do like that. The only main downside, and the price is really good too, the only main downside of course is the edges and the paper thin cards. I like the fact that they are glossy as well and they're very smooth. So we've got the World, we have here the Ace of Cups. I love these. Wow, just look at that. Just the amount of blue, it's just so calming to look at. Two of Cups, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Four of Cups. So these are mainly just very basic, right? In the sense that it's just showing you the amount of cups. It's not a full-on interpretation of, you know, how the Rider-Waite tarot deck is in terms of their cup cards are completely different. So in this one here, the major arcanas are what am I trying to say? Are mainly the ones, right, that are kind of inspired in terms of illustration, whilst these ones are just showing you the amount of cups on each one. So we've got Five of Cups, then we've got here the Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, and then we've got the 10 of Cups. Okay, so it's just those, but the pages and the knights and the kings, they are all also inspired by the traditional tarot as well. So spoke a bit soon, but that's what we've got there. Page of Cups, we have the Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, we've got King of Cups, and then we've got, you know, just the Pentacles. So we've got Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, 7, 8, 9, right, 10. We've got the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. I just realised when I went through the cup cards, because the cards are still stuck together, I probably missed out the Queen. just because they were probably stuck together, because I didn't actually go past that, but it's probably because it's stuck. Then we've got the swords, so you get the idea, right, that these are just the swords put onto the same illustration, but just more swords, obviously. Okay, so we've got all the swords until we get to the 10, and then we've got the page of swords, knight of swords, queen of swords, king of swords, and then we have the ace of wands, and then the 2 of wands, 3 of wands, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we've got the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. Alright, so that is the Golden Tarot deck. Yeah, Golden Tarot. And yeah, so the pros are that I really do like the fact that they, you know, the illustrations are very simple and very easy to understand. Glossy as well, which is quite nice. They're very smooth, and the price is really good as well. It really does reflect, you know, the packaging, things like that, so that is good. You get a really nice book with the cards as well, which really explains everything. It's great for beginners. The box is really nice. It's a great way to store your cards as well. The only downside to these particular cards is the finishing on the edges, as you know, I did demonstrate to you the bits coming off of it, and also that the cards are so exceptionally thin, and I do feel that when I would pick them up there is a high chance I would get a paper cut, so you know, that's probably not the best thing, since you know, you do have to shuffle these cards, so it is something that I just have to be a bit more wary of when I am using these cards. But aside from that, you know, the illustrations are beautiful, and I definitely can see myself using these quite a bit, especially for my readings. So this is a review. Let me know what you think about these cards. What is your favourite tarot deck as well? Let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, don't forget to, you know, let me know. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already. And I hope you all have a lovely day, night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, and take care. Bye.